And whoever said students don't vote forgot to tell students at the University of Lethbridge. For organizers of the Get Out the Vote campaign, today was their day to make a statement on behalf of young voters everywhere, and they are calling it an overwhelming success. Daryl Rummold was with them as the first wave of students hit the polls.
All right, now we're heading downtown to go vote in the advanced poll in the Alberta 2012 provincial election. We're going to show the world that students are voting.
It started just before noon. Dozens of students gathering on campus at the university trying to spread their message.
Get out! No! Get out! No!
Trying to break an age-old stereotype.
The pattern tends to be that younger voters are not engaged in the political process in any significant way in their 20s.
This political scientist says one thing that has helped in this election is that it's expected to be one of the closest since 1993 when Ralph Klein rose to power, and students agree.
Got over 7,000 students at the University of Lethbridge, and if we actually make a strong effort to get out and actually vote, results will show on election day.
They weren't just on the steps of the Student Union building talking about it. At noon, the nearly 150 students loaded onto a charter bus and headed downtown. Arriving at the Lethbridge West Advanced Poll at Lethbridge Center, and suddenly the polls were swamped, with students lined up to cast their ballots. A proud moment for organizers who call this a small win for democracy. Michael Solberg is one of the campaign's organizers and a political science student. If that name sounds familiar, it should.
I mean, my dad was an MP when I turned 3 years old, and he was until I was 19. So, I mean, I grew up in it. I grew up in that culture. So I do understand the importance of voting, and it was pounded into my head at a young age.
As election day nears, he's trying to pass his love of politics, passed down to him from his father, Monty Solberg, to his friends and fellow students. Organizers of the Get Out the Vote campaign say 2,000 students at the University of Lethbridge and 10,000 province-wide pledged to head to the polls this election, and they'll be checking back with them on Monday to see if they fulfilled that pledge, and they hope they will, even though this is the busiest time for students who are just entering final exams. Daryl Rummold, CTV News, Lethbridge.
2 busloads were taken to the advanced polls today, and organizers say they will continue to call those who registered in the Get Out the Vote campaign to urge them to vote on or before Monday.